So today we're gonna do some cake pops. I thought that would be a fun little treat. I had to go to Dollar General yesterday, and while I was in there, I loaded up on chocolate chips. I got 2 semi-sweet, 2 milk chocolate, and 2 white chocolate. That will do us until I can get to Sam's Club. I was hoping to go this weekend. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fit it in to the schedule. It's not as busy this weekend as it was last weekend, but we'll see. But I did just grab some of those yesterday. Nolan ended up stealing a bag. Don't ask. Well, since you did. Both of my boys just like to eat chocolate chips. Jonathan used to get his own bags of chocolate chips. Nolan has before, so he decided to take some of my chocolate chips, which is completely fine and no big deal. So we only got 1 bag of semi-sweet now, but that's okay. We love him. It's worth it. But we're gonna make some cake pops. We're gonna do 2 different varieties. Let me make sure I still got my cake mix. Okay, I did. I thought I did. I didn't remember using it, but just because I don't remember, don't mean I didn't. But we're gonna do 2 different varieties. We're gonna do just normal chocolate because that's what we've got. And I also ordered these off of Amazon. They are the vanilla dehydrated marshmallow bits. You used to be able to buy like a Parmesan cheese container of them from Walmart. They don't sell them no more. And you could buy a jet puffed hot cocoa maker like in the gift set area for Christmas. This year at Walmart they had them in it. It was $12 for the kit, and I didn't need any of it except for I could have used the molds because it came with some of these. I could have used more molds, but I didn't want to pay $11 just for that when really all I wanted was the marshmallows, when I could get this on Amazon for $12, $13, I don't remember. But all it is a little bitty, that's not gonna focus on, just the wee little bitty dehydrated marshmallows. So we're gonna make half regular and half s'more cake pops. I got some marshmallows at some point. We bought regular marshmallows at Walmart, so we're gonna do some cake pops with s'mores. I hope that made sense because it just came out a hot mess. But we're gonna just jump in here. I'm gonna make this cake. I'm also gonna stick a tenderloin in the crock pot. Probably won't share that because it's nothing special. I do pretty much the same thing every single time. But I was gonna make burgers for dinner, the ones out of this Christmas cookbook. Or should I say inspired by this, because y'all know I don't usually stick to complete recipes. But I made them a couple of weeks ago, I guess, a week or 2 ago. What is time? It's all running together, especially with all this Vlogmas stuff, and I'm like right on top of my videos. Like, I'm really proud of how good I've been doing, because I'm so far out, and I'm proud of myself. I get a little bit of break if I need it, but right now my goal is just to get them all done. So I said that this was less work for me doing it this way, and then I went in there and got the crock pot, which has barbecue sauce on it, I think. But it made me realize that I want some homemade macaroni and cheese to go with this, so I guess it's gonna take longer dinner than I expected. But that macaroni and cheese that I made at Thanksgiving, the new one from TikTok, it was delicious. It was probably the best macaroni and cheese I have ever made. Now, I thought it was good. But like days later, my mom sent me a message. Usually, my dad always raves about homemade macaroni and cheese. It was something he always had to have because his mom used to always make it. So I'm making my own. But homemade macaroni and cheese is something that my dad has to have at all holiday dinners because my grandma used to make it. My grandma passed away, I think, was it the month before I turned 1 or the month before I turned 2? I can't remember exactly. Obviously I don't remember her, but my dad has to have that as a special like memory, I guess, of my grandma. However, the one that I made at Thanksgiving, I'm rambling, I'm crazy, it's all over the place. Days later, my mom sent me a message and said that Dad said it tastes just like Mama's used to, and I said that I took that as a compliment, and he he was talking through my mom, I guess, and he said that it was more than a compliment. So we're definitely sticking with that recipe. Now typically we would do au jus and ranch, but I found this while I was looking for the au jus, and we're gonna use it. I know some people can mix a bunch of things together. That smells good. Like I think it's the au jus, ranch, and then I think it was Jennifer from Southern Mama Drama, I seen put this in a roast with those ingredients as well. But we're just gonna call it good with that. I don't know how much sodium that stuff has. Probably a lot. So I'm not gonna salt it. I don't think I'm gonna add a little butter. I'm gonna just top it here with a little butter, and then that's it. We're gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna add no water or anything to it. Just gonna let it cook as it is. Now this will be like the easiest one that I've made, maybe, if it's good. So that's the same. So just call that good. If it needs water or it needs salt or whatever, we'll add that later. But I don't know if you can smell salt, but I'm gonna say that this smelled plenty salty enough. So because I am still in my pajamas, and I fully intend to stay in those all day. Now watch, we'll have somewhere to go. But fine. The last time that I said that we wasn't going anywhere, well, I don't think I told you that, I told the kids that. John came home and he was like, do you want to go to KFC? I had no plans of going to KFC, and I would have said no, but I figured he wanted it. And because, I mean, that was random. You don't usually do stuff like that. Oh no, almost went too much. I figured he wanted it, and I left it up to the kids, and of course they wanted to go. So we went to KFC. I had to put effort into getting dressed that day because I don't go out at least halfway decent. Okay, at least a third of the way decent. Like I don't go out in my pajamas. That's not, no. So we'll be back after this cooks. Alright, so it is much later now. The cake is done and cooled. John came home for lunch, got him back to work. Now we're gonna get these cake balls shaped and put them into the freezer for a little bit. I need to melt some chocolate. Let me melt some chocolate really quick. This tenderloin, however, smells delicious. All I did was added that Italian dressing mix stuff and some butter, and it smells so, so good. So I'm excited about that later on. I just like food, okay? You will always hear me, I say I'm excited about stuff, and it ain't going nowhere, okay? That's just something I'm always gonna be, is excited about food. But we're gonna get this cake crumbled up, mixed up, and all that jazz. And then I need to go up and wrap some Christmas presents. Yeah, it's not fun. I don't enjoy wrapping. I'm really bad at it, and I don't enjoy it. But we gotta get it done. Alright, I was getting a little bit ahead of myself because I need to get the cake ball mixture made before I melt the chocolate. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna take the cake and break it up and put it into the mixer here. You can do this by hand or hand mixer, whatever, but I tend to just prefer to do it this way. And I don't have chocolate icing. Generally, I would put chocolate icing in here, but we still got some of this vanilla left, so we're gonna use it. It's no big deal. I wasn't gonna put it off just because we didn't have chocolate icing. You won't really see it anyways because it'll all be mixed up really good. Now, I don't want mine too wet. Sometimes I make them too wet. That's not what I'm going for this time. I want just enough icing to make them moldable. Stay in there where you belong. We can't need less, so hopefully that's not the case. I think we're good with where we're at. Yeah, I do want to crunch it up a little bit more because the edges was a little harder. So we use what was left of this. It was about a third of a container. I think our chocolate here is good. Actually almost started to burn the bottom of it, maybe. No, it just wasn't mixing good. Anyways, doesn't have to be completely melded for what we're doing. We're just gonna take our cookie scoop and do them like we did last time because it makes them like perfect portions. Now remember that that one's a little weird shaped. Don't be afraid to redo it if you need to. But we are doing some just regular chocolate ones, and then we're also going to do some s'mores themed ones. So I did put a little divider here, and we're using the same same dirty cake pan, because why not? It's pretty much all the same. So we're going to get all of these formed, and then I'll sit them in the freezer for about 30 minutes or so, and then we'll come back and finish them up. I thought about putting just a little piece of chocolate on top of the s'more ones, but I remember, what was it that we made? The little s'more crackers. The little piece of chocolate on top made it hard to bite into, so I think we're going to skip out on that for this as well, just because it was kind of hard to bite into. I am craving a huge salad. Remember a couple of weeks ago, I guess it was right after Thanksgiving, I posted a grocery haul, if you watch those, and I was talking about that nobody wants a salad right now. I want a salad so bad. It started last night, and I don't have the stuff to make one. I really don't feel like going to the store and getting it, so I will definitely be getting stuff this weekend. But you would have already seen that grocery haul since I'm way up in the weeks, I think. Some days I do 2 treats. Like some days I'll do one in the morning, and then I'll do one later on in the evening. It's working pretty good for me, honestly. Like I said earlier, pretty proud of myself. I don't know why my chocolate's so funky. Must have almost burned it, maybe. It wasn't in there that long, though. Alright, I'm going to show you how we're going to do the s'more ones really quick, and then I'll finish making these, so you don't have to sit here and be bored through this whole thing. So pretty much the same thing. I'm just taking a ball of the chocolate mixture. However, on the inside, we're going to put one single marshmallow. That's going to be the only difference as far as the cake structure goes. And then to make sure we put you on the right side. But we're going to get these all made up here, get them in the freezer, let them get nice and set up to where they're not going to be falling off the sticks, and then we'll come back and finish them. And with that, we'll see you all tomorrow. As always, remember to show grace, be content, and live blessed. Bye, guys.